Welcome to From Here, where we discuss what it really takes to lead a great life and a great business, one conversation at a time. I'm Vanessa Oake Hogan, broker-owner of Century 21 United Realty. This podcast isn't just about real estate, it's about drive, discipline, and the people behind the success stories, from entrepreneurs and innovators to community leaders. I sit down with people I admire to talk about work ethic, business tactics, decision making, and how they're making impact in their own way. Let's get into it. Hi there, Vanessa Oake Hogan. Welcome to the From Here podcast. I'm excited to have Mrs. Ange Martone here today.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. She's a bit of a celebrity if you don't know who she is. Her son, of course, is Porter Martone, and he's experienced an extreme amount of success in the hockey world. If you're a Peterborough person, you know all about him. I think if you're any type of sports fan around the world, you probably know about him now.
That's pretty crazy to think.
Yeah. So there's so much I wanted to talk to you about today. I thought I'd start with Porter's journey in hockey as far as like when it started, and I hear it was when he was in diapers and kind of like his younger years as a hockey player, and then I wanted to get into his experience with GTHL and OHL and NCAA and then NHL, and then also wanted to talk about the Peterborough community and what that means to his journey. But before all that, I wanted to talk about you just a little bit.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So obviously Peterborough born and raised, and I'm known your family for years, and closer to your sister's age, your older sister's age. So I knew Christine growing up, and you've always been a lovely family. And
that's nice.
Yeah.
So I was born and raised. I've lived in the same house my entire childhood and into early adulthood. And I have two older sisters, Christine and Michelle. My one sister, Christine, lives in Toronto, and Michelle still lives here in Peterborough as well and is a teacher. And I went through the PVNC school board and went to school St. Anne's and then St. Peter's. That's my childhood and growing up.
And now you're a teacher.
And now I'm a teacher myself at the PVNC school board, which is amazing. And I teach at St. Paul's School in Lakefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your parents are still here and doing well, you were saying?
My parents are still here. Yep, they're doing well. They are true hockey fans and volleyball fans and all the sports that all the grandchildren play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's often times where my parents will have 3 different sporting events on their TV, watching all the grandkids.
Oh.
And actually, my husband Mike, his parents have moved to Peterborough as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So they're the same. They're busy watching their grandkids with swimming and hockey and all the things. Yeah.
Were you into sports when you were a kid?
I was. I played soccer and basketball competitively.
Oh, good.
Oddly enough, I'm not the greatest skater, and the three other people in my family are. But I played soccer and basketball. Loved it. Loved both sports. Had some great coaches all the way up. Yeah. But those were my sports, and they never really fell into my children's lap the way that I would have liked them to. But
hockey for both, right?
Hockey for both, and lacrosse for Porter until he moved away, and then Audrey plays field lacrosse as well.
Okay, good.
For Jewel for Peterborough, which is
nice.
Yeah, U19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you meet Mike?
We had a mutual friend that introduced us when he was playing hockey here for the Peterborough Petes.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. That was in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have been together. We went to university together once he was finished with his contract with the Phoenix Coyotes at the time. And I finished at Sir Sanford, and then we decided to go to St. FX together.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Out in Nova Scotia.
Nice.
And that was an amazing couple years out there. And then we got married when we finished school. Like literally we got married. Both of us graduated, got married a month and a half later.
No way.
And then we moved to Mississippi for a year for him he played one more year of pro hockey, which was so fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You enjoyed watching that. And...
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a part of me that wishes our kids could have seen him play, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Porter started playing hockey at a very young age, I guess?
Yeah, he did. We have a pond out back that Mike has every year has gotten a little bit bigger, and and it's like we've added on, I watch. He's added on a lot of different like skating rinks, bigger ones, and then he's done like loops so that people can just skate. And so Porter, he started really young, like very young skating, and loved it, and would play with the older kids in the neighborhood, and Mike and his friends would come over, and all of Porter's buddies that he would he played hockey with and went to school with, and in the neighborhood came and played. And so that was like a lot of his childhood. Like he would go out at like 6 a.m. before school, especially during COVID. Yeah. When practices and all that got shut down, he would go out and play. And then he had Audrey was born, and she followed suit, and she would go
where
out.
Her big brother is.
Absolutely, which is I think where she gets her feistiness from. And so they would play, and Mike would go out, and it's always kind of been the place where we would get together to New Year's Eve, Boxing Day, and spend a lot of time on the rink out back.
Classic Canadian winter.
100%.
Right? Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Great to have that pond there.
It is. It's so nice. And there's a lot of neighborhood dads that help out, and sometimes I think it's more for the social, but they're like cleaning off the rink.
It's a win-win.
And, flooding when it's minus 30, and they've done a lot back there.
Yeah, so that obviously led to the Timbits hockey, and then off he went to competitive hockey, rep hockey.
Yeah, so he played minor Pete's. So novice until Major Bantam. Major Bantam, and then he moved away for U16, which and then that's when he moved to Toronto and played for the Toronto Junior Canadians for his U16 year.
Okay. Yeah. So he was 16 then.
He was 14 when he left.
Oh, he was 14. Okay.
Turned 15 that fall.
Okay.
And
Yeah. What was that like for you?
It was really, I remember the day we were lucky. Sorry if I cry, everybody. You know me. We were lucky enough. He got to move in with Christine and Sandy, my sister.
I wondered that when I...
So that was, we were
Thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness. And he went to school there. So he would come home on weekends. We would pick him up Friday afternoons and then bring him back to Toronto, usually after his games Sunday nights.
Okay.
And then he was there through the week. It was hard. It was just weird. Like when you would get up in the morning and I'm like, oh, his bedroom is empty.
Aww.
Like what is happening? But we still had him at home on the weekends. And then that was a great year. He had a wonderful team, great coaches. Yeah. School was awesome. Mm-hmm. He fit really. He actually still goes back every summer, and we'll train in Toronto and stay at Christine and Sandy's on the week,
nice.
like through the week.
Yeah.
Well, he's done that for the last few years. I'm not sure how much he'll get there this summer, but so that was kind of until U16, and then he got at the end of that year he got drafted into the OHL to Sarnia, and he moved there that September, and then he was there until Christmas time, and then he got traded after Christmas to Mississauga Steelheads, and then to the changed to Brampton Steelheads. But then he was there, for the remainder of his OHL career. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the GTHL move is common, I think, right? For Peterborough kids or smaller town kids to get to that level
I think it's
becoming.
I think it's becoming more common.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
For him, a number of people that he was playing like spring hockey and stuff with had been playing there, and an opportunity arose, and he was able to make it work and go there, and it was wonderful.
I guess I shouldn't say common, but I guess I've heard of other kids doing that.
Yeah.
And that's the meaning behind, or the reason for that is just that level of
Yeah.
competition, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, so that was a great opportunity for him, and he kind of took the bull by the horns there, and yeah, it was awesome. They had a great team, and he still talks to a lot of those guys to this day.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, one question I think a lot of parents wonder, or maybe they think it's mandatory, but if your kid's at that competitive level, are they doing, off-season training camps? Are they doing different teams in the off-season? Did Porter do all the things, or?
He did a lot of the things, but he really did take the time in the summer to play lacrosse and rest. He played in a couple spring tournaments. There were some tournaments where everybody would be like, oh, if they don't play in this or on this team, then, but we just were like, no, summer's a time for your body to rest and to play other sports and go to the cottage, and he loved doing that. So, but he trained a lot around here with like Josh Gillum and at Hybrid, and he really just, the summers he liked to be at the lake and with his friends and playing lacrosse. But he did do some spring tournaments with some different teams down in the Toronto way. Yeah.
So it wasn't like a fight. He was happy to take the summers off and be at the college.
And then when it was time to get back on the ice, he was good to be back on the ice.
Ready.
But he knew too it was good to. That's the nice thing about Mike. Like Mike is pretty knowledgeable, and also knowing that it's good to take a break and just play different sports.
Yeah.
You're a kid.
Yeah, it's great that he had that exposure,
absolutely,
right? And understands how it all works.
Yeah.
And the NCAA decision to go that route.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So that wasn't always an option. It actually that was an option for CHL players at the last year. I think they made the rule in May. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
May or June that the rule was passed that you were able to play both, to do both routes. And once he was drafted, we had some really good conversations with the Philadelphia Flyers, his agent, and us, and we were all involved. And just for him and for his development, it was suggested to hit the NCAA scene, and he had gone down to Michigan State and loved it. And he had met with the coaches once or twice, and he loved Adam Nightingale, the coach there, and that was an amazing experience and a great place for him to have been this last year. Yeah. Have you ever been to an NCAA game?
No.
Oh my goodness, so much fun. The student section with there was a band, and they fill it. You can't move. 5,000-6,000 people every night, every game.
Incredible.
It was incredible. Yeah. So.
And I think the facilities and the way they treat the athletes, right?
Yes. And, all the things. And he's done a year of college.
Exactly.
To boot. So. Yeah. Which is important. Yeah. And he knows that. So actually, once he left Michigan and went to Philly, we stayed at the same hotel for a few of the nights when we were there, and we checked in on him, and I'm like, what are you up to? And he's like, I'm actually doing an assignment as he's there playing his first games in the NHL. He's still doing his homework. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So we finished all that, and yeah, so that was his little ending to his Michigan State.
Yeah.
Time.
So it's all been great experiences. Can you think of certain people in his life, in his younger career in hockey, as far as who had a big impact on him? I mean, obviously you and Mike. And,
yeah. I think his dad for sure, just because his dad really lived it, right? Mm-hmm. There's a ton of people. I can't his billets, his his family, his aunts and uncles, his our good friends who they played pro hockey as well. There's just so many people you can't even really pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
And so everyone wants to hear about a few things. The draft weekend. I mean, I was trying to do my research and came across your video of your draft weekend recap on Instagram, and I couldn't, like, it was fighting back the tears.
I know.
What an emotional time for you guys. So much fun. Can you tell us about that? Like, how does that all happen?
The whole year actually there was a lot of really great things that Porter was involved in. Like, he was in the CHL, like, there was like a big prospect game, so he was in that. He played in the World Juniors in Ottawa. He had a great season in Brampton. And then with all that was like just all the stuff about the draft. And so that was in Los Angeles at the end of June. So we went down, our whole, like, Christine and Sandy and their kids, my other nephew, his billet family from Mississauga, not Michigan, Mississauga, like the grandparents, Audrey, Mike, and I. It was amazing. We all were down there. It's funny because the year there was a lot of ups and downs and just so many things that happened, and there was just a sense of calm, like when we all got on the plane together. Aww. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
What were the ups and downs? Do you
just like the busyness and the just, sporting world ups and just, it's not all linear. There's always ups, there's always downs, and but just as a family being able to go, and like sometimes we couldn't always be at the same things because we're busy with our families and work, and
so you're all together going down, and
that was exactly it. So just being able to go and be together, and we were able to, like, one night we went to the Santa Monica Pier. I'd never been to LA either. So we went to the pier, and we get down to the beach, and he just walks out to the water and is just standing there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And he's like looking around, and there's a Ferris wheel and all. It's like just so beautiful.
Hit you? Like, this is actually happening. That's when it hit you, kind of?
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, it was really great. Lots of people were able to come down and be a part of that day. And
so the draft is at the beginning of this amazing weekend, or
we got there on the Wednesday. It was the Friday night. So he was like the Thursday he was off. He golfed the Rodeo Drive, like, golf. Is that or the Beverly Hills Golf Club? Like, I don't know. It's really fancy. I don't even know what it's called. But he did that with a bunch of the other draft guys, and and then the day of the draft there was like a really nice breakfast that they held in the morning, the NHL, and then
for the families.
Yes, for all the families and the players. And so we did that, and then we went back and started getting ready, and then we went over to the draft, and
And how long does that last?
So that was, I think we got to the facility where it took place at 2 p.m, and we were there till about like 7:30, 8ish. Yeah. The draft, I think went till about 9:30.
Wow.
So that was kind of cool, and so weird, like sitting watching all like his peers getting drafted, which was so exciting. Like Matthew, and he was the first overall pick, and Porter are really good friends, and same with Michael Misa. Like, there's like his good friends are getting drafted, and he's so happy. But you're also sitting there anticipating when's my name going to be called. Anyways, like, and all the teams, it's funny, they don't show this really on TV, but like they all had really great little introductions, like with music or like leading up to your pick, and then it's Charles Barkley on the which was crazy. I'm like, oh my God. So he did like a little video recording and then called Porter's name. That was like such a special moment. Crazy.
Yeah.
Just to know like that his dreams were coming true, you know? That's pretty cool to see when your own child is like, he set his mind to something, and then you can only hope for that when you bring your kids into the world.
Absolutely. You want them to be happy.
Yeah.
Boy, he's worked so hard, eh?
So hard, yeah.
He has a strong work ethic.
He has a really strong work ethic, and he was determined. Yeah.
Was he always like that? Like, you can kind of see the baby's personality almost. Like, did that come out young? The determination?
I just think like the true love for the sport was always there.
Yeah.
And then recognizing and knowing that it just doesn't, you might have all the skill in the world, but if you don't put the heart and mind and like effort into it, you're not.
I completely agree.
Yeah. So and he did that, and he knew what he needed to do to get, where he is.
Yeah.
And we're blessed.
Yeah, it's been so exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it brings tears to my eyes, and I don't really even know Porter, but it's just such an exciting thing for Peterborough to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you're hearing that from people you know.
Yes.
Like, I think the town's just hyped right up for it. So.
Yeah, it is. The support has been unreal, which is awesome.
The vest that he wore with the messages from you guys on it, did you have that made?
So through his agency, they work with, they're out of Montreal, and so they were gonna made the vest, and then that was Porter's idea. So he just said, I'm gonna get a vest made. Do we have a really good picture of the pond? I'm like, oh my God, I have about 5,000. Yeah, I'll find one. And then he said, would you and Audrey and Dad each write me a message? So that was, I think I wrote about 75 letters, and then finally picked one, and and then they did an amazing job with that. It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, what a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was his idea. And then on the inside of the coat, it just is his, like, all the teams he played for, like their logo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's great. What a keepsake.
It is a great keepsake, yeah.
So he's experienced a high level of success from a very young age. Has he changed much from that success? Like, I don't know.
I would say no.
It doesn't seem like it.
No,
but
he's a pretty nice kid, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, he's really humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stoic, like, if that's the right word. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He takes it all in. He's always taking everything in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think too, because when he was growing up, there was always like people that would always like, they would like Barrett Hayden, for instance, would always like give him like advice, and he was always listening. And so I think he wants to kind of emulate that, and he knows that fans, like, they're there to watch him, so he wants to do the same thing. He just wants to be kind and say thank you in his own way by listening and just being a kind person.
Yeah, he seems that way.
Yeah.
The media seems to love you.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's interesting.
That's now part of the deal, I think,
That's now
right?
part of the deal, yeah.
Yeah, you seem to handle it well, and
Thank
he
you.
is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's different, getting used to that, and seeing your child's name on social media, or like just on your feed when you're not really expecting it, or that's taking some getting used to. Yeah. For sure. Goodness.
Okay, so tell me about his first NHL goal. Holy cow.
That was unbelievable. We were able to be there, which was really exciting. It was the Easter Sunday, and they went into overtime against Boston. And they were on a 5-on-3 power play, and he was on the ice, which was crazy, like just crazy, because he played at that point, I think, 4 or 5 games.
Unreal.
Just that they trusted him in that moment to be out there, and he shot, got his own rebound, and scored, and it went like people went wild. Literally, I was like, "That's my son!" And the lady that I sat next to the entire game was like, "That's your son?" I'm like, "That is my son." We're hugging, and then people are hugging over here.
Oh,
we had
gosh.
everybody was just. It was the craziest moment. After the game, Trevor Zegras had came over, and he's like, "I can't even believe it. I didn't even let him celebrate," or whatever. And so it was just so special to be there, and just to know that that's where his home's going to be now for the next little bit, and
they love him.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, great fans.
And how's Mike's reaction to things like this? Like, I'm sure he's just as emotional.
Yes, he is. He's a little bit more restrained than I am at moments. But in that moment, he was ecstatic. Like, he was jumping up and usually it's me.
Beautiful, exciting time.
I cheer every goal for all the players.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will stand up and clap and whistle for everybody. And so in that moment, even like with it, it was amazing.
So you watched a lot of hockey over the years, especially since you started dating Mike. Did you watch hockey before?
I did. Yeah, like my group of friends always played hockey. So it wasn't really any like different starting to date a hockey player.
Right.
And then of course my kids love it.
But that clip I saw in your house where you're watching the game and they're catching all of your reactions and you talking to Porter, can you tell us what was going on that day?
Oh, that was wild. So that was a special they did for Mother's Day. This year, it was the same producer that did the NHL Draft special last year, and they were at our house last year, and then they followed us the day of the draft as well. And then for the Mother's Day special, they came. They got to our house about 3 p.m. and were there until 11 o'clock at night. So that was really interesting. And
what was going on during all that time?
So they interviewed me about an hour and a half, I would say, and then I had my girls some kebabs for dinner. We got some, well, they actually offered, but I was like, no, you're coming to our house. Like, so we had kebabs and Greek salad, and Mike grilled, which was amazing, and then we set up shop. We like to watch the game. Generally, it's just Mike and I and our good friends. Well, Andy and Elena will come over and usually watch it with us. They were there that night as well, but they didn't make the cut. It was just the camera was right on me the entire game, and there was moments where I remembered, and that's where I was using my teacher voice and language, and then there was probably moments where it wasn't very censored. But that was amazing. They're great people. They came and
so cool. So back to the Peterborough community, and as I was saying earlier, everyone's so excited about Porter and this story. Have you felt that?
We have 100% felt that from just people sharing like his big moments on their social media, and like CHE has always the hockey school, like because Porter went there and he worked there. They always have like share big moments for him too, and congratulations. The mayor 2 years ago, after when he won U18s, they had him in. The community has been wonderful. The interviews, the newspaper articles. It sometimes is a little surreal, but and then just the like neighborhood kids who want to like see him and hang out with him and his buddies. And
so the community itself, do you think it had an impact on his success as a hockey player, like growing up in a hockey community like this, a sports community?
I really do. I think he was lucky and blessed to, like, he went as a very young age and would watch the Pete's games with Mike on Thursday nights. Until Thursday nights he had hockey himself. But he would go almost to all the games with Mike. I remember, I think he was 2 weeks old in an infant carrier, and it was like Mike took him to a game. It was like my first night off. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Not that he would remember any of that, but and then Mike would do the same thing, and Audrey started going, and then we actually billeted Chase Stillman for a couple of years. And so that connection was always really, really strong too. It definitely, Peterborough, we're lucky. Everybody has been really, really great to Porter.
Amazing.
So
it's a competitive sport that your kid is in when they're in hockey, lacrosse, and it can get pretty intense. I mean, our kids played hockey, not at this level, but I was exposed to it. So what advice do you have for parents that their kids are getting into that level of competitiveness, and what would you say to them?
I just think, like, I just think everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. And support your child however they need it. It's about them being happy and what they want, like we can't put it on our kids. They'll do, and it'll work out the way it's supposed to work out.
And the coaches used to say, don't coach your kid on the way home from the game. Did you guys do that?
I never did. I would say things like, oh, that was a great, like, twirly whirly and whatever. And he'd be like, oh my gosh, Mom, like, stop, whatever, No, I'm more of the, I watch, I cheer. Mike and I are both. But Mike has, like, the legit, like, he knows the sport.
Yeah.
And, like,
so he has the...
Like, position-wise, what are you supposed to be doing and where should you have been or
right.
what, I'm not really going to speak to that as much as Mike does. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
This
has been great. I appreciate your time. I'm sure you're busy and busier now than ever. And
yeah, we've made a lot of trips in the last month and a bit. So it has been. It's great though. I wouldn't change it, but
yeah,
it's good to be able to be home and for a few weeks anyway.
Yeah. And looking forward to having him home.
Yes, I am. I'm going to spoil him rotten.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks, Vanessa.
And we're so happy for you guys. And congrats, Porter.
Absolutely.
Amazing work.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.